Hi guys, here we have it, the long awaited video on Ralf. He is a VW 412 LE, one of 4 left on the road in the UK, with a full custom Lowrider theme running throughout. And as you can see, he's very unique. Full custom colour with lace roof all the way around. It's got standard rear bumper, American spec front bumper, giving more chunky feel to the front end, with a lace roof with the glitter in it, as you can see. Normally on these cars they have a number plate recess right here, which I don't particularly like, so I've welded across this, body worked it, and obviously it's all been colour coded to match the rest of the car. So more or less every panel had to be remade. This panel, for example, is more than one panel. We had to weld them together to get them to fit, as you can't buy anything. This panel is off a earlier model, but we moved the light cluster from down below to higher up to make this one to fit. This panel I made out of sheet steel. I don't have a metal folder, so it was a case of making each lip, welding it together, making the next piece, making the next piece until I had something that was right, then body work it and get it to fit. As you can see, it's got a full custom interior. These cars don't normally come with a bench seat in the front, so I had to use 2 single seat frames, make the center section for them, and then this is an original back seat out of one of these cars, because I had a donor car which we've had trimmed to match. And then, as you can see, custom switch panel underneath the dash there for my hydros, custom ivory steering wheel, which was a nightmare because we had to make our own steering column to make that to fit. The gear stick, as you can see, has a bend in it, so to get that to work we've had to build our own custom gear linkages. And then to have no handbrake, as you can see there's not a handbrake in sight, I've made a remote control handbrake for it, so that I don't have to have a visible handbrake. In the back of the seat, I had to custom make this whole panel, and then obviously we had it trimmed to match, and you wouldn't necessarily know that it didn't belong there. Love it. Dual cards are all trimmed to match with the interior. So here we are, the fun part of the car. It has hydros, full 4-way, so I can go front up and down, I can go back up and down, and then I can go side to side, left up, right up. But it also enables me, if I come right the way up with all 4, to be able to tip the front wheel off. As you can see, probably not done it very well due to the fact I'm not moving, but you can actually drive like that. So here we are at the heart of the hydros. Each wheel and shock is a closed loop until the solenoid opens and the 12-volt pump, which is under here, fills fluid in the system. When the wheel hits a bump, it sends the fluid up the pipe into this ram, which then uses this spring as a suspension. The higher up you go, the firmer the ride gets as the springs compress. The lower you go, it goes all the way down until these springs end up being quite loose. The trick is to ride as low as you can with still enough clearance to get over the bumps. Being genuine knockoffs, this is my wheel nut. Now in the old days we used to use the lead hammer to get these on and off. That's not the case anymore. We use this tool made by Limit, purpose built for the job. It's amazing. Simply put it on the knockoff, wind it till it's loose, and then all you have to do is put your car in a freewheel motion, and simply take the wheel off. No jack or anything required. Just like that. To get these wheels to fit, it's not as straightforward as you might think. These are a hub adapter. They don't actually make these 4x138, so I've had to have these custom drilled, enabling me to fit the adapters on the discs. The discs themselves are a 1 year only for this particular car, so these had to come from a museum in Germany as new old stock, and then they had to be custom milled off the front so that we could get these to sit flush with the drums. And the calipers themselves are off the shelf calipers, but they're for a Porsche 914. The hydros themselves, they work great, but we had to notch the chassis just to get the car to lay down properly, because it's all about laying frame on this car.
And there we have it. That's Ralf. So like and subscribe and watch the builds that we make as we go.